From the depths of the ocean to the vast reaches of space, and even some quirky corners of everyday life, these incredible truths are guaranteed to make you question everything you thought you knew. So sit back, relax, and prepare to be amazed, because truth really is stranger than fiction.
The Aztecs, one of the most advanced civilizations of pre-Columbian Mesoamerica, held cacao in such high regard that they used it as a form of currency. Cacao beans were more than just food to the Aztecs. They symbolized wealth, power, and divine favor. The beans, harvested from cacao trees, were often traded for goods and services, making them a critical component of the Aztec economy. Cacao's value extended beyond its monetary use. It was also deeply ingrained in Aztec culture and rituals. The Aztecs believed cacao was a gift from the gods, particularly Quetzalcoatl, the feathered serpent deity associated with knowledge and civilization. As a result, cacao was considered sacred and was often reserved for the elite, including rulers, priests, and warriors. It was used in religious ceremonies, where it was prepared as a frothy, bitter drink mixed with spices like chili or annatto, far removed from the sweetened chocolate we know today. The Aztec Empire utilized cacao beans as currency in a structured system. For instance, historical records indicate that one cacao bean could buy a tamale, while 100 beans could purchase a turkey. This standardized value allowed cacao to function as a stable medium of exchange, enabling trade across the vast Aztec Empire. Tribute systems also involved cacao, with conquered regions often required to pay taxes in the form of cacao beans, further underscoring their economic importance. The Spanish conquest of the Aztec Empire in the 16th century marked a turning point for cacao. European explorers, including Hernán Cortés, were introduced to the cacao-based drink and recognized its cultural and economic significance. Though the use of cacao as currency declined with the fall of the Aztec Empire, its legacy endured as it became a coveted commodity in Europe, eventually evolving into the chocolate industry we know today. In summary, chocolate's history as currency reflects the ingenuity and cultural richness of the Aztecs. Their use of cacao beans as money underscores the value they placed on this remarkable plant, not just as a source of sustenance, but as a cornerstone of their economy, religion, and social structure.
The miracle berry, scientifically known as Syncephalum dulcificum, is a fascinating fruit native to West Africa. This small red berry has a unique property. It can temporarily alter the way we perceive flavors, making sour or acidic foods taste sweet. This phenomenon is due to a protein called miraculin, which binds to taste receptors on the tongue and modifies their response to acidic substances. When you eat a miracle berry, miraculin interacts with the sweetness receptors on your tongue. Under normal conditions, these receptors are activated only by sugar. However, miraculin changes their behavior in the presence of acidic or sour foods. As a result, when you consume something like a lemon or vinegar after eating the berry, the acid triggers the altered receptors, producing a sweet sensation instead of the expected sour taste. This effect typically lasts for about 30 minutes to an hour, depending on the individual and the amount of miraculin consumed. The miracle berry has been used traditionally in West Africa for centuries, where it was often chewed before meals to improve the taste of otherwise sour or bitter foods. In modern times, the berry has gained popularity in culinary and experimental settings, inspiring flavor-tripping parties where participants explore its ability to transform the taste of various foods. Foods like lemons, limes, grapefruits, and even certain types of cheese and beer become surprisingly sweet when paired with the berry. Aside from its novelty, the miracle berry has also been explored for its potential practical applications. For example, it could serve as a natural sugar substitute for people with diabetes, or those looking to reduce their sugar intake. By making foods taste sweeter without adding actual sugar, miraculin could offer a healthier way to satisfy sweet cravings. Researchers have also investigated its potential use in helping chemotherapy patients, who often experience taste distortions, to better enjoy their food. However, the commercial use of the miracle berry has faced challenges. Attempts to market miraculin as a sugar alternative have been hindered by regulatory and economic barriers, particularly in regions like the United States. The berry itself is delicate and perishable, which complicates large-scale production and distribution. In summary, the miracle berry is a remarkable fruit with the ability to transform how we perceive flavors. Its unique properties not only make it a source of entertainment and curiosity, but also hold promise for health and culinary innovation. While its widespread use remains limited, the miracle berry continues to captivate people worldwide with its extraordinary ability to make the sour taste sweet.
Potato chips, one of the world's most popular snack foods, were famously invented by accident in 1853. The story takes place in Saratoga Springs, New York, at a restaurant called Moon's Lake House, owned by George Crumb, a chef of African-American and Native American descent. Crumb, whose real name was George Speck, unintentionally created the potato chip while trying to appease a particularly picky customer. The legend goes that a diner, commonly believed to be Cornelius Vanderbilt, though this is debated, complained that his fried potatoes were too thick and soggy. In response to the criticism, Crumb decided to make a point by slicing the potatoes impossibly thin, frying them until crisp and seasoning them with salt. To his surprise, the customer loved the result and the dish quickly gained popularity. Originally known as Saratoga chips, the crispy, salty snack became a staple at Moon's Lake House and eventually spread beyond the region. Initially, potato chips were a luxury item, prepared fresh and served in restaurants or sold locally. It wasn't until the early 20th century that chips became a mass-market product. In 1921, Laura Scudder, a California businesswoman, revolutionized the industry by inventing the wax paper bag for chips, which helped preserve their freshness. This innovation, combined with advances in potato chip production and distribution, turned the snack into a household staple. The appeal of potato chips lies in their simplicity: thinly sliced potatoes deep-fried or baked until crispy and seasoned to taste. Over time, their versatility has inspired a vast array of flavors and styles, from classic salted to barbecue sour cream and onion, and even exotic flavors like wasabi or truffle. Potato chips are now produced globally, with billions of bags consumed annually. Despite their humble origins, potato chips have become a cultural phenomenon and a multi-billion-dollar industry. They've inspired national snack holidays, regional flavor competitions, and even debates over the perfect thickness and crunch. While George Crumb couldn't have imagined the worldwide impact of his accidental invention, his contribution to culinary history is undeniable. In summary, potato chips were born from a serendipitous moment in 1853, transforming a simple potato into a beloved snack. From a chef's playful retaliation to a dissatisfied customer, the potato chip's rise to global fame highlights the power of creativity and a little bit of luck.
Some processed cheeses are legally classified as plastic in certain regulatory contexts due to their low dairy content and high levels of additives. This terminology may sound surprising or even unappetizing, but it refers to the food's texture and composition rather than being made of literal plastic. The term is often used in food science and industry regulations to describe cheeses that do not meet the criteria for being classified as real or natural cheese. Processed cheese products, such as cheese slices, spreads and blocks, typically contain less actual dairy than natural cheeses. Instead, they are made by blending cheese with emulsifiers, stabilizers, flavorings and other additives to achieve a uniform texture, extended shelf life and meltability. In some cases, these products contain only a small percentage of real cheese, with the remaining content made up of milk solids, oils and artificial ingredients. This results in a product that doesn't meet the legal or industry standards to be labelled as cheese, leading to classifications like cheese product or, in technical terms, plastic. One example is the widely recognized American cheese, often used in fast food and sandwiches. While marketed as cheese, many of these products are actually pasteurized processed cheese food or pasteurized processed cheese product, depending on their specific composition. The distinction lies in the percentage of real cheese and other dairy ingredients they contain. If the percentage falls below a certain threshold, the product cannot legally be labelled simply as cheese. This classification exists to protect consumers and ensure transparency in food labelling. Regulatory agencies like the US Food and Drug Administration, or FDA, and similar bodies worldwide establish standards for what can and cannot be called cheese. These standards ensure that products labelled as cheese meet specific requirements for milk content, aging and preparation methods. While processed cheese products are sometimes criticised for their artificial ingredients, they remain popular due to their convenience, affordability and versatility. Their ability to melt smoothly makes them ideal for burgers, grilled cheese sandwiches and other dishes requiring a creamy, consistent texture. In summary, the classification of some cheeses as plastic highlights the differences between natural and processed cheese products. While the term might sound unappealing, it reflects the technical aspects of food labelling and composition. These products serve a purpose in modern diets, offering convenience and functionality, though their lower dairy content means they lack some of the qualities of traditional cheeses.
Spam, the iconic canned meat product, is an abbreviation for spiced ham. Introduced by the Hormel Foods Corporation in 1937, Spam was created as a convenient shelf-stable meat option. It consists primarily of pork shoulder and ham, along with a few other ingredients, including salt, water, sugar, potato starch, and sodium nitrite, which helps preserve its freshness and distinctive pink color. Despite its simple composition, Spam has become a globally recognized product with a fascinating history and cultural significance. The name Spam was reportedly chosen during a naming contest held by Hormel. While spiced ham was the inspiration, the actual acronym has been the subject of playful speculation over the years, with some jokingly suggesting it stands for something posing as meat or special processed American meat. However, the official origin remains tied to spiced ham, highlighting its blend of flavors. Spam gained widespread popularity during World War II, when it was included in rations for Allied troops due to its long shelf life and portability. Soldiers became so accustomed to eating Spam that it earned the nickname the meat that won the war. After the war, Spam was introduced to new markets worldwide, particularly in regions like Asia and the Pacific Islands, where it remains a staple in local cuisines. In Hawaii, Spam has become deeply ingrained in the culinary culture, with dishes like Spam musubi, a sushi-style snack made with Spam, rice and seaweed, being especially popular. Hawaii consumes more Spam per capita than any other state, earning it the title of the Spam capital of the world. Other countries, such as South Korea, the Philippines and Japan, also embrace Spam in various recipes, from stews to fried rice. Over the years, Spam's reputation has fluctuated. While some view it as a nostalgic comfort food, others criticize it for being overly processed or associated with economic hardship. Nevertheless, Spam has endured as a cultural phenomenon, inspiring festivals like the annual Spam Jam in Hawaii, and even earning a spot in the Smithsonian's National Museum of American History. Spam's longevity and versatility can be attributed to its adaptability in both traditional and modern recipes. Its affordability and convenience have made it a pantry staple for generations. Whether fried for breakfast, served in a sandwich, or incorporated into gourmet dishes, Spam continues to hold a unique place in the global culinary landscape. In summary, Spam, short for spiced ham, has evolved from a wartime necessity to a beloved and sometimes polarizing food icon. Its blend of simplicity, utility, and cultural significance ensures that it remains a recognizable and enduring product worldwide.
The Scoville scale is a widely recognized system used to measure the heat or spiciness of chili peppers and other spicy foods. Developed in 1912 by American pharmacist Wilbur Scoville, the scale quantifies the concentration of capsaicin, the compound responsible for the burning sensation associated with peppers. Capsaicin stimulates pain receptors in the mouth, producing the characteristic heat that ranges from mild warmth to intense, fiery spice. The scale is expressed in Scoville heat units, or SHUs, which represent the amount of capsaicin present. For example, a sweet bell pepper, which has no heat, scores 0 SHUs, while a jalapeno pepper ranges from 2,500 to 8,000 SHUs. At the higher end of the scale are extremely hot peppers, like the Carolina Reaper, which averages over 1.6 million SHUs and holds the Guinness World Record for the hottest chili pepper. Originally, Scoville's method involved diluting an extract of a pepper in sugar water and having a panel of tasters sample the mixture. The dilution continued until the heat was no longer detectable, and the degree of dilution determined the SHU rating. While groundbreaking for its time, this method was subjective, as it relied on human taste perception, which can vary between individuals. Today, the Scoville scale is determined using more objective scientific methods, such as high-performance liquid chromatography, or HPLC. This technique measures the exact concentration of capsaicinoids in a pepper and translates that measurement into SHUs. Modern technology has made the process more precise and reliable, though the original Scoville scale remains the standard for describing pepper heat. The Scoville scale has become an essential tool for chili enthusiasts, chefs, and food manufacturers. It helps consumers understand the heat level of peppers and spicy products, aiding in everything from recipe creation to competitive eating challenges. Additionally, it plays a role in non-culinary applications, as capsaicin is used in products like pepper spray for self-defense and in topical pain relief creams. In summary, the Scoville scale is an enduring and invaluable method for quantifying the spiciness of peppers and other foods. From its humble beginnings as a subjective taste test to its modern scientific applications, the scale has shaped how we understand and enjoy spicy flavors, making it a staple in both culinary and scientific contexts.
Vanilla flavoring, especially in its synthetic form, has occasionally been associated with castoreum, a compound derived from the castor sacs of beavers. These sacs, located near the base of a beaver's tail, produce a substance that beavers use for marking their territory. Castoreum has a musky, slightly sweet aroma, which has historically made it a useful ingredient in perfumes and flavorings, including vanilla, raspberry and strawberry. Castoreum's use in food flavoring has been documented for centuries, but its presence is far less common today. The compound is classified as a natural flavoring by the US Food and Drug Administration, FDA, meaning it can legally be included in foods without explicit labeling. However, its use in food is extremely rare due to the expense and difficulty of harvesting castoreum. Extracting the substance requires anesthetizing and carefully milking the beaver's castor sacs, a labor-intensive process that makes it impractical for large-scale food production. Most vanilla flavoring today comes from either natural vanilla beans or synthetic vanillin, the primary flavor compound in vanilla. Synthetic vanillin is typically derived from guaiacol, a compound found in wood or other sources like clove oil or lignin, a byproduct of the wood pulp industry. These methods are far more cost-effective and scalable than using castoreum, making them the preferred options for the food and beverage industry. While the idea of castoreum in vanilla flavoring often sparks curiosity or even alarm, its actual usage is negligible in modern food production. When used, it's typically reserved for high-end perfumes or specialty products rather than everyday foods. In fact, most people will never encounter castoreum in their vanilla-flavoured products, as synthetic and natural vanilla are overwhelmingly dominant in the market. In summary, while castoreum has an intriguing historical connection to vanilla flavouring, its use is now extremely rare due to the high cost and ethical considerations of harvesting it. Advances in synthetic flavour production and widespread cultivation of vanilla beans have made castoreum virtually obsolete in the food industry, ensuring that your favourite vanilla-flavoured treats are more likely derived from plant-based or lab-produced sources.
Watermelon is a fascinating plant that is classified as both a fruit and a vegetable, depending on the context and perspective. Scientifically, watermelon, or Citrullus lanatus, is a fruit because it develops from the flowering ovary of the plant and contains seeds, fitting the botanical definition of a fruit. However, culturally and agriculturally, watermelon is often considered a vegetable because it belongs to the Cucurbitaceae family, which includes cucumbers, squash and pumpkins, all of which are typically classified as vegetables. Watermelon's dual classification arises from its growth habits and usage. Like other vegetables, watermelons are planted, cultivated, and harvested as part of the annual farming cycle. In fact, the state of Oklahoma officially recognizes watermelon as its state vegetable, highlighting its cultural and agricultural ties to vegetable farming practices. This classification emphasizes its role in agricultural systems, particularly in regions where it is grown alongside other vegetable crops. From a culinary standpoint, watermelon is most commonly treated as a fruit because of its sweet, juicy flesh. It's a staple in desserts, salads and beverages, making it a quintessential summer treat. The high water content, about 92%, and natural sweetness of watermelon make it ideal for refreshing dishes, while its versatility allows it to be paired with savory ingredients like feta cheese or mint. Historically, watermelon is believed to have originated in Africa and was first domesticated thousands of years ago. Early varieties were cultivated not only for their sweet flavor but also as a source of hydration in arid climates. Over time, selective breeding has enhanced the sweetness and reduced the bitterness of modern watermelons, solidifying their place as a popular fruit worldwide. Watermelons are also nutritionally valuable, rich in vitamins A and C, antioxidants like lycopene, and hydrating electrolytes. Both the flesh and the rind are edible, with the rind often used in pickling or stir-fry dishes, particularly in some Asian cuisines. This wide range of uses underscores watermelon's versatility as both a fruit and a vegetable. In summary, watermelon occupies a unique space in the plant kingdom, straddling the line between fruit and vegetable. Its botanical identity as a fruit and its agricultural and cultural ties to vegetables make it a rare example of how food classifications can overlap. Whether enjoyed as a sweet dessert or incorporated into savory dishes, watermelon remains a universally beloved food with a rich history and diverse applications.
Tomatoes, one of the most popular and versatile fruits in the world today, were once known as love apples. This name likely originated from the French term pomme d'amour, which translates to apple of love. The term reflects both the tomato's exotic origins and its early reputation as a symbol of romance and allure, particularly in Europe during the Renaissance and early modern periods. The association of tomatoes with love may have been influenced by their introduction to Europe in the 16th century. Tomatoes were brought from the Americas, where they were first cultivated by the Aztecs and other indigenous peoples, to Spain and then spread across Europe. Their vibrant red color, juicy texture and somewhat heart-like shape made them stand out as an unusual and appealing fruit. These characteristics, combined with their novelty, likely contributed to their romantic nickname. Additionally, there was a time when tomatoes were believed to have aphrodisiac properties. This belief, though not scientifically supported, enhanced their reputation as love apples. The exotic and mysterious nature of the tomato during its early days in Europe added to its allure, and its cultivation was initially limited to ornamental gardens rather than widespread culinary use. For centuries, tomatoes were met with suspicion and even fear in some parts of Europe. Many people believed they were poisonous due to their resemblance to deadly nightshade plants, which are also part of the Solanaceae family. This association likely delayed their acceptance as a food source. Over time, however, people began to recognize their culinary value, and they became a staple ingredient in Mediterranean and Italian cuisines. By the 18th century, the love apple's reputation shifted from mystery and romance to practicality and widespread enjoyment. Tomatoes became a key ingredient in dishes like pasta sauces, soups, and salads, earning their place as a dietary staple. Today, the romantic moniker love apple has faded into history, but it remains a charming reminder of the tomato's fascinating journey from an exotic curiosity to a global food icon. In summary, the term love apple reflects the tomato's early European history as an exotic and intriguing fruit with romantic associations. While it is now celebrated for its culinary versatility and nutritional value, the nickname serves as a glimpse into the cultural perceptions of the tomato during a time of discovery and exploration.
One of the world's most unusual and expensive coffees, known as civet coffee or Kopi Luwak, is made from coffee beans that have been eaten and excreted by civet cats. The process begins when a civet, a small nocturnal mammal native to Southeast Asia, consumes ripe coffee cherries. As the cherries pass through the civet's digestive system, enzymes in its stomach break down certain proteins in the beans, reducing their bitterness and imparting a unique flavor profile. After the beans are excreted, they are collected, thoroughly cleaned and roasted to create a smooth aromatic coffee with a distinctive taste. Kopi Luwak is often described as having a rich, earthy flavor with hints of caramel or chocolate. Its unique production process and scarcity have made it one of the most expensive coffees in the world, often selling for hundreds of dollars per pound. Civet coffee originated in Indonesia during the Dutch colonial period. Local farmers were prohibited from using coffee grown on colonial plantations, so they began collecting partially digested beans from civet droppings to process and brew their own coffee. Over time, the practice gained recognition for the coffee's unique taste, and Kopi Luwak eventually became a sought-after luxury product. However, the popularity of civet coffee has raised significant ethical and environmental concerns. In many cases, civets are kept in captivity under poor conditions and force-fed coffee cherries to produce beans on a commercial scale. This practice is harmful to the animals and undermines the original natural process that made Kopi Luwak unique. As a result, animal welfare advocates and ethical coffee consumers often encourage people to avoid commercially farmed civet coffee and instead support more sustainable and humane alternatives. In addition to ethical issues, the high price of Kopi Luwak has led to counterfeit products and fraudulent labeling. Some coffees sold as civet coffee are not produced using the traditional process, and consumers are often unable to verify their authenticity. This has further complicated the market for genuine Kopi Luwak. In summary, Kopi Luwak is a coffee made from beans that have been eaten and excreted by civet cats, offering a unique flavor that results from enzymatic digestion. While it is a fascinating and historically significant product, its popularity has led to ethical and environmental challenges. Consumers interested in trying civet coffee are encouraged to seek out ethically sourced options or explore other premium coffee varieties with similar flavor profiles.
Thank you for watching. We hope these mind-blowing facts left you amazed and inspired. Don't forget to like, subscribe and hit that notification bell because there's plenty more where that came from. Stay curious and we'll see you in the next one.